Hello everybody, this is Kate at the Library of Whispers, and it's coffee time, yay! So today I thought we'd take a look at these interesting packs which I picked up at a charity shop just recently. Now I've used these packs before. They're actually little replica facsimiles, printouts of different things to do with usually the 19th century. Although I did have a pack of these to do with the Titanic, which of course is the early 20th century. So this one is about Victorian entertainment and would have cost £6, and I think it was something like 30p. And people use these for craft making and collage making, and also just because they're quite nice, interesting things to have. So I thought we'd open that up and take a look at it. And then this one here I think has already been opened, and I have a feeling it might... oh no, I think it is different. Okay, this looks like it's something to do with holidays, British holiday camp holidays, so that might be fun to have a look at too. That one might be a bit easier to get into, so I'll put that one to one side for a sec. First of all, must have some coffee. Okay. And you'll see that I have my Beatles Hard Day's Night mat, coffee mat, so that I don't make a banging sound when I put the coffee down. So I think this might be quite difficult to get into. I don't want to make too much noise, so I've got some scissors. Open this up. Oops, not quite. Not so quickly. Anyway, so let's see what we have. So this is like a figure that you can stand up. It is I think they used to call these board men, and it is a Victorian working class gentleman with a board strapped to his front and back, and he's going up and down the street advertising the Drury Lane Theatre. Looks like it's Babes in the Wood, and it's on tonight. So you can use that as a little model, or you can cut it and put it onto a card or some kind of piece of art or scrapbooking project or something. These are little photographs that open out. I see. So there's pictures on the front. There's Victorian pictures, sepia photographs of various acrobats and clowns and circus performers. And then on the back there are Victorian advertisements. So we have one for Alexandra Palace, view of the palace. We have ask for Champion's genuine vinegar and Champion's genuine mustard, nothing better made. And there are advertisements for Fry's chocolate creams and Fry's Caracas cocoa. Drew and Son, manufacturers of biscuits. And we have fireworks, James Payne of Walworth Road, Mitcham, Surrey. And we have the Queen's Hotel, Upper Norwood. And another one for Alexandra Palace. You can have a season ticket for 10 and 6. No seats are reserved. So it's a free-for-all at the Alexandra Palace. They're pretty cute. And here we have an album, the Crystal Palace album. So these are all original photographs, facsimiles of original photographs of the Crystal Palace, the Rosary, the water arcades, the Great Orchestra Handel Festival, Alhambra Court of Lions, and the Water Temple, and Rosary in the distance. And then there's more on the back. View from the grounds. So that's Crystal Palace, which of course was famously made of glass, hence the name Crystal Palace. And a couple of others on the back. The Broad Walk. And this is inside. View from the nave showing the crystal fountain. Grab a bit more coffee. And this is this is sort of circus posters, I think. So this is the Dog-Faced Man. Cole and Middleton Southside Dime Museum, Monday, March the 2nd. And the Royal Aquarium, G.A. Farini's Tattooed Greek. Piccadilly Hall, Harvey's Midgets, the smallest people in the world. They weren't very politically correct in the 19th century. These were kind of freak shows. And here we have an interesting poster. This is a flea circus. think flea circuses were very popular. They were actually real fleas as well, although I doubt very much they really look like that. This is a unique novelty, Professor Lecontis' wonderful Romanian flea circus, to be seen at the Royal Aquarium and at the Alhambra. You could go and see the giant Amazon Queen. Again, they were very interested in people who were different than them in the 19th century, and certainly a lot of voyeurism and not politically correct. So this one says, before taking your seat in Messrs Maskelyne and Cook's Hall, have an interview with the Scottish giant. Admission £1. And people would flock to these kinds of events. I like the flea circus best. Gosh, I mean, this one is actually, so he's actually driving another little flea in a carriage, and these two fleas are sword fighting, and this little flea is actually running on this wheel, and it's running the sails of the windmill. And this seems to be, again, oh, this is a big one, okay, this isn't going to fit on the screen. So this is Sanger's Great Circus on Friday, February the 7th, for the benefit of Henry Brown, jester, comic, orator and clown, and positively the last night but one of his appearance. Henry Brown will present a splendid lithographic engraving of himself in private and professional costume to each of the first 6 in the boxes, the first 6 in the pit and promenade, and the first 6 in the gallery. You see, this is what people did before the internet. Extraordinary and miraculous equestrianism. The new superb act of horsemanship. Excuse me. Coffee. Mademoiselle Caroline, Mr. J.H. Cook and Mr. A. Powell. Extravagantly extravagant extravaganza. Last night but one of the great troop of Bedouin Arabs. The 3 best clowns in the world, John Griffith, Funny Footed, and Henry Brown. And here is Henry Brown. Here, a harlequinade pantomime. And this one is another poster. This is the Midland Railway Temperance Fete at the Crystal Palace International Exhibition. Day trip to London on Tuesday, July the 22nd, 1873. A cheap excursion train to London for 1 day. Will run as under here. Times of starting and fares there and back. And these are the stations that you can take to this 1 day trip to London. You can go from Bradford, Shipley, Leeds, Normanton, Barnsley, Midland Station, Goodworth, Swinton, Masborough, Sheffield, Midland Station, Chesterfield, Piebridge, Ilkeston, and then you get St Pancras. The return train will leave St Pancras Station at 11:15 p.m. and Kentish Town at 11:20 p.m. same day. So you need to be on that train, otherwise you won't get home. Ooh. Lots of things. So this appears to be some kind of agreement from Richard Warner and Co. International Theatrical and Musical Agency, 11 York Road, Lambeth, London. Director, American and Continental Department. This is a facsimile of some kind of agreement. Made March the 8th, 1887. And this is... Okay, so this is from 1895. And this looks as though it is some kind of brochure for the Alhambra Theatre varieties. Here is the Alhambra Theatre. The general manager is Mr. Alfred Moole and the business manager is Mr. Douglas Cox. And here are the lady dancers. So you've got the usual adverts and the programme. So the programme for the week commencing Monday, December the 16th, 1895, you could go and see Haydee Overture, the Aragon Boys Acrobats, Musical Dale, Kelly and Ashby Eccentrics, The Gathering of the Clans, Mademoiselle Virginia Aragon, Mademoiselle Emmy with her troupe of trained toy terriers. That sounds fascinating. Zampa Overture, the Dane F. Lady Gymnasts, the Doming Glee Singers, exclusive engagement, and you can go and see Bluebeard, the Grand Spectacular Ballet in 4 tableaux. And if that wasn't exciting enough, we have the France family in their unique acrobat act, Aldo and Theo, burlesque prestigitators. Don't forget, ladies, to make sure you go in your celebrated HS corset. Once worn, always worn. I love looking at old adverts. Some of these are great. This is a ticket. Mr. Charles Dickens reading. Doors open at 7:30. The audience are respectfully requested to be in their places by 10 minutes to 8 o'clock. 1 shilling. The reading will last for 2 hours. I hope there's a break in the middle. Bit of coffee. And this is the Lambeth School of Arms, Paradise Street, Lambeth Walk. The instructor is Bob Kirby. And this is to advertise, in consequence of the draw between Pat Condon and Bill Natty, these 2 men will box again. 12 rounds for Jack Nansen, the well-known Pencillers Championship belt, and a purse of gold given by Mr. Harry Clark, champion hatter at Lambeth Walk. Strictly under the Marquis of Queensberry rules. Monday, February 14th, 1887. And boxing during the evening will also be Jack Parrish of Hackney and Jack Partridge of St. Luke's. Jim Laxton and Red Condon. I wonder if he's related to him. Bill Baxter versus Charlie Williams. Snowball and Crib, champion midgets. Each event strictly under Marquis of Queensberry rules. Grand wind-up by J. Kendrick and Toff Wall. Admission, 2 shillings, and if you want a reserve seat, you're going to have to pay 5 shillings. And if you don't want boxing, you can go to the Marina Palace of Varieties at Ramsgate. The Ramsgate Marina Pier and Lift Company Limited. And you can see... this is strange. Louis Duprez will introduce his marvellous hypnotised dogs. An original canine act. As given at the Crystal Palace and the Egyptian Hall, London, for upwards of 200 consecutive performances. The first and only educated dogs and canine conjurers in the world. What a strange time it was. Sorry, just having a bit of coffee again. And let me see, an advert for some chocolate. Oh, maybe not. Okay, so that's very nice, isn't it? Very grand. This seems to be a programme for the Prince's Theatre in Bristol, and the Fry's chocolate is just an advert. You can get the Fry's chocolate at the theatre. be obtained at the theatre bars. And they were doing, on Monday, September the 4th, 1899, The Man in the Iron Mask. You can order your family ales from the Bristol United Breweries Limited. It's the card that came with it. Oh, this looks a little bit macabre. Oh dear. So this is the notice of an execution of Courvoisier, who was executed on Monday, July the 6th, 1840, for the wilful murder of Lord William Russell on Wednesday, May the 6th, at his residence, 14 Norfolk Street, Park Lane, London. So, interesting that this is in a collection of Victorian entertainments. Yep, Victorian entertainment replica pack. But I guess this kind of thing, an execution, public execution, was considered an entertainment. And this one is the program for Brighton Aquarium program. Now on view, sea lions, baby sea lions, octopods, seahorses, gigantic sturgeons. Everything had to be sensationalised. Not too similar today, really. Crocodiles, alligators, sharks, diving birds. Oops. Sorry. Some of these are quite large. I hope you're getting this on camera. And the aquarium had a band, the Aquarium Band, selected from the principal orchestras in England and the continent. Wow. The last piece is this is a programme for the Gaiety Theatre in the Strand, and then this is an advert for Charles Baker and Co. stores, gentlemen's and boys' clothing. And here are the illustrations of the gentlemen and boys' clothing, and the boys just seem to be wearing the same little versions of the adults. children's clothing didn't really exist as we know it now. Oh, look at this. This is a football suit. This is what you play football or soccer in. And you can get your corsets again. Postulata corset. White and coloured shoes. Comfort in walking. Easy wide welt boots and shoes. And you can get your fur capes and sealskin paletot. Controversial. And Oroid gold jewellery. Wow, these are fascinating. So as you can see, even if you didn't want to use them as for any kind of craft or card making, they are just fascinating things to have in themselves if you're interested in history. I think that's my favourite, the flea circus. Oh, interesting. Well, thank you for popping by, everybody, and as you know, this is Kate at the Library of Whispers, and we haven't actually had time to look at the other collection, which seems to be something to do with British holiday camps, which might be interesting to look at in another video. And so I will see you very soon. Bye bye.